Welcome back to Valrhona TV. I'm Poirier, Valrhona pastry chef North America, based on the West Coast. I would love to speak about bonbons. As you know, there are different types of bonbons. In France, we speak more about enrobed bonbons. What I mean is ganache, which is cut by a guitar, and then enrobed with chocolate. In Belgium, we speak more about molded bonbons. And I think in North America, we speak about both. So now we're ready to start. As you know, we will need chocolate tempered. Through the magic of television, my chocolate is already tempered. But if you would like to get further information on tempering chocolate, please go back to Valrhona TV and find the chocolate tempering lesson. I would love to show you a little trick. What we're going to do is glue the bars down onto the table. This just helps us to make our job a little bit easier. So as we put our molds onto the bars aren't moving all over. Take a little bit of the tempered chocolate. Just like this. So now we're ready to start molding. We have our prepared molds, very well cleaned, possibly with a cotton ball. We have our tempered chocolate. At the school, we believe a molded bonbon, you should not see the seam. There's a little trick in doing this. First, we will fill the molds. Just like this. Then we turn it upside down to extract the chocolate. Just like this. It's important to keep the mold level so we get the chocolate to run out evenly. We will give it a wipe. Then we take this, we go to our prepared bars. We give this a few taps just to help the chocolate come out of the mold. And we're going to wait just a few minutes. As you'll notice, I'm putting the chocolate in down the middle of the mold. This way we can sort of fill both sides at once without putting too much chocolate into the mold. Looks great. Couple more taps, upside down, keeping it perfectly level. Okay, then onto our bars. Just like this. And I believe our mold should be ready. We will give this one more wipe. Looks good. And then what I'm going to do this time is I'm not going to turn it back upside down. I'm going to put it onto the paper like this. And this way, the chocolate sets back inside of the mold, and instead of getting a straight edge on the side of the mold itself, we actually have a little bit of an angle. This is part of the secret. So now we're ready to fill our molds. We have our ganache prepared. A very important point is we need to make sure that the ganache is 28, 29 degrees Celsius. If it's any warmer, it can start to actually disturb the chocolate, possibly turning the shell white. Another interesting point is when you're filling the ganache, if you get any ganache on the side of the chocolate, on the side of the mold, it's very difficult for the chocolate to seal, almost impossible. This can result in ganache actually coming out after. Now we have the molds finished. We're going to give them just a little bit of a tap. This just relaxes the ganache and allows it to become flat. Okay, we're almost finished. Next, we need to seal the shell. Before we do this, it's very important to allow the ganache to crystallize minimum 24 hours. So when we seal, there's no extra movement inside the bonbon. Another very important tip before we do this, we've created a beautiful edge for the chocolate to grip, but we also need to decrystallize very slightly. This allows the two chocolates to join together and make a very strong weld. Again, we take our tempered chocolate, and almost like we did in the beginning when we were filling, we put a nice thin coat of chocolate onto the mold. We want to wipe it clean, just like this. And it's very important to give it a little bit of a tap. This just makes sure that we have no air bubbles trapped on the side. Now we will need to allow the chocolates to crystallize, ideally in a room 16, 17 degrees Celsius, 60% humidity, for again, minimum 12 hours, 24 hours ideally. So now we're ready to unmold. We've allowed the chocolates to crystallize properly. They look beautiful. As you can see, the mold is beautiful, very nice. One thing I love about the molded bonbon is we can really play with the textures inside, but sometimes they look a little bit industrial. I have a little quick idea to help them make a little bit more handmade. We take our finished bonbon, a little bit of tempered chocolate, then we can add a little bit of decoration. We can add a little bit of cocoa nibs, a little bit of crunchy pearls, like this. And if you want to, you can put on your shop logo. I love this little touch. Well, I hope you enjoyed these few tips that we shared today. Until next time, I hope to see you soon on Valrhona TV. Bye-bye.